What's going on, guys? We are back, and we have another replay here of Fatalbiskuit. We saw him a little bit earlier in the month-ish. But he got his replay analyzed on patreon.com/Gibbs00. You can get the replays analyzed there. I swear if I see them in the comments again, it's gonna hurt someone. And there's coaching, there's free play. But he is Platinum 3, playing with some teammates. Let's start this over, and let's just get right into it. See how this goes. Got the face-off. We have one cheat. You can go one for the boost as well. See the boost glitch there. He actually did grab that boost. Luckily, we can see boost numbers now, so that's always nice. Thank you, Samus. Here we see all three fly from the blue team. You never want to do that. Actually, we see 5 players flying for the same ball, and that's not good. It's not good at all. Luckily, they do win this out, and it goes into open space. But honestly, Fatal does not have to go for this ball. He should know his teammates are there. He's got to have some trust there to let them go up for the play. And, yeah, it doesn't really trust him. Silly had a little bit of a weird angle, but his other teammate was there as well. So, gotta have a little bit of trust, but it works out. Nice little easy pass in the middle. And again, because of the double commit by the orange side, they get that goal because the solo guy, yeah, he just didn't do anything. Really? Let's be fair. Turn this on with it. Yeah, let's just continue on. Okay, stay in the net. A little bit of a weak aerial. Like, I would like to see him get a little bit more aggressive. Try and drive a little bit quicker underneath the ball, maybe, so then he can just elevate that ball up in the air. Just to get a little bit better clear. Worked out, though. The goalie just, for some reason, didn't go for that monster clear that looked like he had a good chance to do. It's a good idea for the pass. Almost worked out, but again, all three. Now I turned it down too low. Went for the same ball. 2 from orange as well. 5 people on the same ball. This is going to hurt them. And this is mostly not really his fault. He's trying for a pass here. Usually you have one guy that's kind of following up on the wall and then one guy in the middle. Say it's a shallow pass. The guy that's following behind you on the wall should probably take it. And the guy in the middle should probably leave. They should call each other off, though. Instead, they all just go. Like, the guy that's following behind the wall, generally, he's further back, so maybe he shouldn't go for it. Just wait for the pass from mid, but luckily, they do get back in time, but you got to be careful of that. You never want to be going for the same balls like that. Right there, a little bit ball chasey. Silly was trying to make a play, but honestly, Fatal should have just flew for this and taken that play. But he didn't. It kind of worked out for him that he didn't. Here we see CS clearing that out. Nice little boomer clear. Silly keeping the play in. Fatal's just kind of waiting this out. Maybe flirting around a little bit too far back. But it's okay. There was some momentum behind the other player. This ball's not great, though. He has a lot of free time, actually, here. Probably has time to actually go for a better angle here to just boom it off the back wall for a pass. Instead, he gets on top of the ball, which you never really want to do, and throws it to the side, giving a free clear to the orange side. It turned into a really good passing play, but he had plenty of free time there. Again, you don't have a ton of free time in threes, so usually you do hurry those plays up just by habit. But he did actually have a lot of time there, and just didn't use it effectively. Which is one thing I always harp on all the time. Use your free time effectively. Surprised he actually doesn't go for this mid boost. I guess he has, actually he has 73, so he doesn't really need it. I'm just a boost fan, to be fair. Now he goes for the boost, which turns into a good angle for a shot. He didn't really need it, and honestly, I probably would have flown for this a little bit early, just to try and beat out the goalies, but the goalies don't fly to this at all, so that's a little bit of a surprise, but at this point, he knows this. He should wait for the bounce here to make the play. Just touches it right before the bounce, which obviously he didn't want to do, but that just hit it right on the ground to the other team. Want to hit those right after the bounce so you can get a really nice hard power shot, but it happens. It's hard to time sometimes when you're creeping up on it. Going for the wall aerial. Nice play there. Just tip it forward. Sometimes this throws off the other team. You see how one guy's right underneath him, waiting for just this first touch to land. And then, look, the goalie is going back. It's not a big deal if this ball is near the ground because everyone is turned around. So you're trying to just push it forward and hope for a bad rebound, which he kind of gets here with Mick going back to his own net. Almost gets the dunk for a goal. A little bit unfortunate hitting the post. I just got to get back. All right, let's see what happened on the defensive end here. I think it was Silly Baron. Go watch him for a bit. So first, we see CS throwing it off to the side. Not the greatest touch, because this could turn into a shot for GCD Immortal, which it does. And I guess that's all it was. It was just CS's play. Silly Baron does not do the double pop aerial. Does not get up in time. Yeah, this is just a bad hit. He could have easily killed this down, and he doesn't at all. Or could have actually probably popped it over the heads of the orange team. Also, when you're on defense, and that's a pretty fancy shot, when you have someone in net already, just fly along that wall. Just kind of stay up, kind of stay elevated so you have a better chance of blocking something like that. Doesn't happen there. And again, we'll show Silly Baron one more time. Could easily save this with the double pop aerial, probably. But doesn't go for the double pop aerial, so he doesn't get the save. And that's like easiest way to increase your speed, obviously, to get up in height-wise. Which means you have to do the default jump, not a flip. When you tilt back while you're boosting, then like you have to stop tilting back, obviously, and then do your double pop. One thing with the dead zone now, you can be tilting back a pretty decent amount as long as you don't tilt your stick all the way down and still do a double pop aerial. So you could get actually some faster aerials out of that if you increase your dead zone all the way to 1. Then you might not do your side flips or front flips as consistently as you were doing, but maybe with some practice you might have some time to do it. You see Silly Baron trying to take this ball. Doesn't really do much, but it's okay. Fatal's there. A little bit of an awkward play here, but at least they're trying to body that block. They both just jump to block all angles. Not the end of the world. It was super awkward, though. CS doesn't get a great clear, but again, good positioning on the defensive side. He sees CS trying to take this out, but again, you see Fife over there waiting. So it's a good idea to rotate onto the goal line. And right place, right time for the save. And nice little pop out. Might have a chance here to do something. Creeps up on him a little bit too fast, but his teammates are there to help him out. This is a little bit dangerous. He creeps up pretty hard here, but that ball is not going to be a ball that he can do much with. They probably should have, like, fell back a bit just because both of the other guys flew to it, so they both wasted some boost. But he does circle around enough. It didn't hurt him. We see Silly Baron getting the play here. So nice demo there on Immortal. And then Silly Baron coming up with the play. Let's watch Silly Baron on this play. Good trap here. And also just everyone leaves it. They just leave the play. They were expecting it to go off the walls, but that did not happen at all. So good job there by Silly to trap it, confuse the other team. Get a nice easy goal. And back to Fatal. Right here, you might want to, like, so I would have probably tried to trust my teammate in CS here and try and turn around and continue this play onto the offensive side. This whole side of the field is wide open right now, so say he turns around and CS throws this ball in any general direction on the side of the field. Fatal could have started up the play. Luckily, he doesn't do that, though, because CS actually hits this backwards, so it wasn't the greatest play, but Silly's there, which is his ball to hit. But Fatal does a good job to at least be in rotation in case that 50-50 goes wrong. But I probably would have tried to rotate up just to see if I can get a pass and play. Because that's what you have to do sometimes. Try and connect a couple passes here or there. And threes to start up a drive. A little bit of an awkward challenge here. I expected him to actually charge this maybe a little bit harder. Like, once you commit, just commit. Like, it's not a good idea to kind of half commit like that. I would just commit and front flip into the ball and probably try and stay high in the ball. So you can't really lose a 50-50 over your head. Just to keep it safe. CS does a good job to tip this to the side, but doesn't follow it up. This ball's actually an awkward touch. Probably needed to, though, to be fair. Fife is probably going to make a next touch. A little bit of an awkward turnaround here, actually. This ball's going to the corner, and he spins all the way around to face forward when he should have just spun to go near the corner to make this play. Has to actually turn back some of his turn. And that little bit of extra wasted time sometimes will cost you, though. This is an awkward bounce. Goes right to the net. Pretty decent clear, though. He throws it softly to the side. Gets a little lucky, I think, here as well. But CS helps him out. Now got to watch out for the next shot. That's an awkward turn. You should never turn around this deep into your own net. He's actually near the goal line, thinking about turning around that way, and then decides to swing it back. And by the time he swings it back, he's so deep in the net, he can't do anything about it. He did try and guess outside. He should have just watched that outside, like at that point, and kind of guessed it, and doesn't turn around in time at all. Right here, he should have just turned around and probably would have been able to block either side, but it doesn't happen. The goal is scored. Let's go. Let's go. Getting that boost. A little bit too passive probably there. CS is going for a shot. Should probably be creeping up a little bit more, but at the same time, Silly is going all the way to the other end to grab boost, so that's fine. Silly probably shouldn't be in front of the net anymore, though. He should just rotate it out. Once you see the shot on net, you can't really do much about it. Ooh, he almost turns around too deep in the net once again. Like, once again, he's turned right and then left to turn around. It's a little bit awkward. It takes a little bit longer to do that, but it does work out there. Just barely making the save. Close calls. And we see Silly and CS once again moving forward. Silly at this point should retreat. He should not be attacking this corner anymore. He knows he's going to have a teammate here. He has some boost, but just get out. Like, there's no need to be there anymore. Now he's just in, like, an awkward spot where he can't really help his team. Now he finally leaves, but it leaves Fatal having to play extremely far back. So can't do as much because of that. Fatal, nice little toss forward. Like, I would have preferred it to stay in the air, but it does surprise the other team. So it's forward now. He should be going for that boost, but he can't get it. The other guy gets it. So time to leave. And then 2 guys are sent between Silly and CS. It's one thing we've seen a lot with blue team, just a lot of double commits on both sides or triple commits. So you got to be really careful about that. But it just keeps happening. They got to be a little bit less trigger happy on going for some balls. Here, it looks like it will just be killing time. We're at the 0-second mark. Should land. There it is. Alright, bonus time. Let's do it. Whew. Alright. Now this play here, like the face-off's coming back, there is no threat. No one cheated. CS should not be hitting this ball. Should just leave that. Like, you know that you have a goalie back. Like, when face-offs are ending, you basically know where everyone is. And that's the time when you should be making the least mistakes on your positionals or, like, knowing how much boost everyone has. But right there, CS makes a poor decision to just tap that away. And again, this happens a lot around Plat. It's like, oh, like, the ball's near me, I must touch it. Which sometimes, like, you can't just let it go by and let your teammates play with it. And also, they're teammates. Like, they know each other. So it should be a little bit more trust coming into these plays. Not a big fan of him throwing this ball forward. I would have preferred him to throw it along the wall, so at least he can get some elevation on it. Instead, he throws it directly forward. It's not really going to amount to much. He's got to use that wall. Once the ball's in front of your car, the only way to really get it in the air is to drag it up the wall. So he should have went to the wall to try and get a better pass out. Instead, he kind of just wasted that opportunity. Once again here, probably should have went towards the wall. Like, it's good idea to actually fake to the mid and then kind of cut around and try and smack it up the wall. Because usually, players are going to try and block or go for 50-50s that guard their net. Like right here, McTean doesn't really even need to do that, but he does try and block the downfield hit instead of the sideways hit. He's just waiting it out. He's got 100 boosts, just chilling. Just chilling. Probably be up a little bit further. Like, I think he's playing a little bit too passive, but like, if you're not too comfortable on defense when you have to, like, retreat back, then it's not a bad idea to play a little bit further back. Once again, he tries for the dribble. He starts putting it in front of him, which usually will cost you, but no one challenges for a really long time. And when you have 2 people back, you gotta challenge. Well, great job there by Fatal to finish off the goal. Let's go over to, I believe it was Fife. So he's chilling. He's watching this, but see how far back he just starts boosting and turning out off ball cam? He knows he has a goalie, or at least should. He should be turning around right away. Don't let a dribble settle in. Like, don't let him get what he wants. Usually it takes a few seconds or like a second or two to position the ball how you want it for most dribblers. And he lets him wait way too long to make a play here. But he should know he has a teammate back. Let's see. Yeah, his teammate's deep in the net. He has to know this. He needs to challenge this play early and just try and push it away from him. But he doesn't do it. Gets a little scared. And that's going to cost you. Fatal, though, nice shot to end the game. And that'll do it for this replay analysis. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Fatal, for once again another replay. And, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out the Patreon. We're having fun over there. And, yeah, we'll see you next time. Later.